Woos. Spinning outside crescent kick. This is just the crescent kick by itself. So I'm going outside with this kick, connecting with the heel or the side of the foot. This kick can be used to disarm your opponent by kicking to the wrist, depending on what the opponent is holding. You might see a lot in self-defense tutorials or in some movies, they use this kick to disarm the opponent with a knife or a gun. I do not recommend you kicking any knife, and especially a gun, out of anybody's hand. Or unless you are properly trained and you know exactly what you're doing, you know your range and distance. And I mean, a gun, doing an outside crescent kick like this, it's possible to disarm your opponent. Anything is possible. Even in a street fight, anything in a real life situation, anything is possible. But you have your life in your hand. You could kick and miss and the guy shoot you. All depends on the distance and the range from where you deliver that kick at. If you're out of range, you miss, the guy shoot you. If you kick his hand and his gun is still in his hand, you get shot. So you don't want to do nothing like that. That's for movies. Now, I'm not saying that this kick can't work in a real life situation. It can. But it all depends on who you're fighting, how many people you're fighting, and the situation that you're in, the environment that you're in, right? I got hit with this kick one time, but I was actually sparring somebody, and they came right over the top. I didn't even see the kick coming, because the way the person set it up, he didn't telegraph the move. He just brought it straight over the top. So I didn't even see the kick, I just felt it. Unexpected moves are hard to counter. The technique you don't see, the move you don't see, that's the one that's going to do the most damage. So the way how he set it up, his distance and his range was perfect. He was sitting right in front of me actually. And he just brought the kick right up, straight over my face. Connected basically to my eardrum, to my temple section and my jaw. Very devastating kick, like any kick, if executed correctly. Points you want to execute this kick at could be at the temple or the jaw of the face. Deadly kick. Now you're just going to spin around with this technique. Remember, wherever the head goes, the arm goes, the body's going to follow. So the quicker you bring your head around and your arms around, that's going to enable your hip to come around, and that's where all the power is coming from, and the speed. This kick is pretty similar to the spinning heel kick. The only difference is that you're keeping your leg straight and the hip in a straight motion. And you're not turning the hip over, which in my opinion, for a lot of people, this is an easier technique for them to learn, because with the spinning heel kick can take a little bit more flexibility to execute that technique. The spinning outside crescent kick can also transition into an axe kick. When you're coming over, you just bring the leg up high, connecting to the top of your opponent's head or the shoulder, which is very dangerous. You can break your opponent's shoulder. You can knock your opponent out, slamming that foot on top of the head. So you're doing a spin around and you're bringing the leg up high, coming straight down onto the shoulder or the top of the head. Without transitioning into the axe kick, you're just going to connect with the heel or the side of the foot to your opponent's jaw or temple. Extra pointers, you want to make sure you look before you kick. So you bring your head around, spot your target, then execute your technique.